What is up, YouTube? You guys may or may not know me by saying Aaron. If you do know me, you know my Nuzlocke and Pokemon content. If you don't know me, I'm going to be a random person spouting to you. Anyways, I made a post the other day, about a week ago, saying, want to do something fun? Tell me your favorite Pokemon, and I'll see if I can do a short video building a VGC team for it, and we can look at it from a Nuzlocke perspective too. I'm a very inactive channel. I'm not surprised I only got 2. But I also asked my friend this. So we have 3 Pokemon to look at. We have Floatzel, who actually did have a shine in VGC for a little while. Sudowoodo, who is going to be really fun. And the first one we're going to take a look at, which is one of my friend's favorite Pokemon, is Forretress. So let's do the quick VGC look. The quick Nuzlocke look. So this is, I'm going to take a look at this from this perspective of Gen 4 Johto. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. You can get it relatively early from headbutting trees. It has to be certain trees, and I'm not really going to talk about routing so much. Just saying, if you headbutt a tree and you get a Pineco, you didn't get Heracross, which is a bummer. But when you do have this thing, you have Self-Destruct, which can be nice for the one time you use it. Bug Bite for actually pretty good Bug Stab. Spikes can actually be really nice. I think Spikes is really cool. So you have a very bulky Pokemon that has its own stab, can snag a berry from a gym leader. It does have Spikes, which can be very solid to start out. Give it some TM, like Toxic is always probably for the best. You can use Payback, you can use Explosion and blow up on some really scary threat if you really need to. And then Gyro Ball super late. Probably still won't do a whole lot of damage. Iron Defense could be nice setup. That is just Pineco also. If we go ahead and look at Forretress, when you get it for a Nuzlocke, again, Bug Bite. You have Mirror Shot, which is it's okay, it's another stab move you can use. Zap Cannon, you're really not doing anything with. Magnet Rise, you're not doing anything with. This is too late for your Nuzlocke anyway. So yeah, pretty much the same stuff. Potential Toxic Spikes actually is also really nice. So Spikes and Toxic Spikes, and you have like Toxic, and you have Payback can be decent damage. Bug Bite to steal a berry is nice. And then you just have a Bug and Steel type Pokemon with Sturdy, and then a Gen 4 Sturdy actually stops it from getting 1-hit KO'd. I believe that's fixed in Gen 4. Let me double check that before I lie to you. It is actually, sorry, it is a Gen 5 onward, so you don't get sheer colded in Gen 4. So it doesn't really have an ability. But you have 140 defense on a Bug Steel Pokemon, so it's very nice physical wall. The 90 attack with Bug Bite really isn't too bad either. The Gyro Ball could do decent damage as well. I think very sadly it does not learn U-turn. It can't learn U-turn, which is a TM you get very early on, and that'd be very nice for this thing to put up spikes and U-turn away. Besides just raw switching, but alas. So Forretress and a Nuzlocke, I think it's pretty useful. It's not going to do a ton of damage. It's kind of an opener. You put up down spikes if you get Toxic Spikes too. Sweet, you can use Bug Bite to steal the berry from the gym leader's ace Pokemon or whatever if they have one. You use it to pivot around, and you can kind of stall out with it, which is it's pretty good. It's not stellar or super standout, but it's pretty solid. And now for the VGC team I have of it. If you want to see what just happened there, see the last video I just uploaded called Get Rattled. We have a Forretress team. And so when I look at a Pokemon like this and trying to see if they could be used in VGC, I need to think of what they can do. So just Forretress in a vacuum. I want to see what they can do. And I think a defensive Pokemon, high defense. I think immediately Body Press, Iron Defense. This is a new move that really, super buffed a lot of defensive Pokemon in the hands of VGC and gives them kind of something to do. So I do Forretress with Iron Defense, Body Press, and it has Overcoat as the main ability, which can kind of give you the one niche it could have. Using this over name any other Iron Defense Body Press Pokemon, because it's the 140 defense is the only good stat it's got here in terms of VGC. So, but you have Overcoat, you're immune to powder moves. Sandstorm damage you're already immune to. So the powder moves, which means Rage Powder, Spore, Sleep Powder. This basically means you're an Iron Defense Body Press Pokemon that gets to ignore Amoonguss. You don't really do anything back to Amoonguss. And you also don't have a healing move, which is a bummer. I mean, maybe he has Leech Life. That would be hilarious. He does not have Leech Life. So, yeah, you're not healing up. You kind of rely on the leftovers, which is why I add the Rillaboom to the team. So you're not healing up. You just Iron Defense Body Press. And to try to make this thing fit on a team, I decided, okay, Bug and Steel, it's something that can ignore Amoonguss, so I can put it on a team that is relatively scared of Amoonguss, to kind of let it shine a little bit. And it needs to be on a team that just doesn't want to deal with, that can kind of just not deal with fire types. So I just decided to put it on a rain team. And I want to also, share. These are not super well thought out teams. I think these teams will be fine if you just want to mess around and play. Like, this is a Regulation H team. If you just want to mess around and use Forretress, then sure, it'll work. But this is not a good team by any means. So I wanted to add rain. So we go with our buddy Politoed, who's got Muddy Water, Helping Hand, Whirlpool, because I thought it would be funny to mess around with Whirlpool and Pear Song. Don't take these too seriously. He's got Muddy Water. He's going to set the rain. His is a very bulky one. It's just supposed to kind of do things. Going to set the rain, be able to help pivot out, and just support the team. We have our Swift Swim, Rain Sweeper, and Basket Legion with a Choice Band, Wave Crash, Last Respects. That's kind of a finishing thing. I have Aqua Jet, Choice Band, and Swift Swim too, in case we need to snipe out something really fast. I put a bunch of random IVs and EVs on. Everything is basically just 252 or random. Don't take this very seriously. Then we have Flip Turn for pivoting. And then, Forretress is really slow. It would do well in Trick Room, so we throw on Farigiraf with the Trick Room, and we also do a kind of more immediately offensive Farigiraf with Hyper Voice and Psychic, just to kind of shore up some weaknesses. And then some more balance of the team. We have an Assault Vest Rillaboom. It's going to help with Grassy Surge to help heal the Forretress up a little bit more. Fake Out to help setups. Trick Room and Iron Defense, and just across the board. And then the classic Incineroar. This is a very classic, simple set. That's good. That's just the best Pokemon in the game. This is a kind of a balance rain team, maybe with a little bit of setup that I go for on this Forretress. And yeah, we'll get to some battles at the end of the video. I'm going to show off all the teams, and then we'll do some battles in order afterwards, just to show off. So if you just want to see the fun ideas, and then you don't have to stay for the whole video to jump around too much. So the next Pokemon we had up was the Floatzel. Let's go with Floatzel. So Floatzel / Weasel for a Nuzlocke is a pretty fine Pokemon for something like Pokemon Platinum. You're going to get it pretty early, and with the evolution level of 26, that's very nice. The more and more I play, the more I favor early evolutions and just the power spike they give you at the beginning. Platinum, you get it before the second gym, which is a grass gym, so you're not loving it immediately, but it'll be kind of relatively useful for the rest of the game. There's not an immediate gym that comes up that is going to be super great against up until the, I guess, the Steel gym later with all the ground types on it. With 115 speed, it's going to be a lot faster than most things you'll see in a Nuzlocke, especially Gen 4. 105 attack is very good, and it now has the physical special split. That really helps it out with its Aqua Jet when you teach it Waterfall, which is going to be later in the game. But eventually when you do teach it Waterfall, you can go back and move Relearner to get Ice Fang. It has pretty strong crunches. It's a pretty straightforward Pokemon. It's just a fast Water-type sweeper. You can learn a couple other decent moves. Being able to learn Rock Tomb is okay. Its special attack is, still not like horrible. Like 85 for Nuzlocke isn't horrible. So you have Aqua Jet, and then you still probably use Surf, Brine when you get it because of the power increase when someone's at half HP. It's a pretty typical water type. The fact it gets bulk up is also really funny. So it's kind of a nice early water type you get that is not going to be a standout on the team necessarily. But it'll be able to do pretty good damage throughout the game. It'll just be one of the many water types you get. But one that evolves earlier and will just kind of be helpful for random trainers and neutral matchups along the way. For VGC, it actually was useful, and I pulled up a Regulation C team just because it's kind of around the same period. But Floatzel at the beginning of Scarlet and Violet was actually a legitimate threat. I could look up more videos of like Aaron Cyberchong Zhang and him using some rental teams and stuff. I just prefer to make my own teams. But it'll show off what really happened is there was the Rain duo was Floatzel and Pelipper, where Floatzel with Swift Swim would be really fast in the rain and have pretty good attack with a life orb wave crash to deal a ton of damage. And you're gonna take so much recoil from the wave crash that the life orb doesn't really impact you that hard either. You're not supposed to stick around for very long. You're just supposed to kind of take things down, which is also why you're Terra Water. Then you have Aqua Jet to finish things off, and then like Ice Spinner for some ice coverage. If you need it, also helps get rid of some terrains. Whenever there's a new metagame that comes out, a lot of go-to things will be weather. And while, Tyranitar was there, he kind of has his own sand. You could do a sand team. You have Torkoal around, which is kind of notorious. Rain is always trickier because whatever the rain setter is, which in this case is Pelipper, is never really that super strong by themselves. And so you have to kind of wait for a rain core to show up. There wasn't necessarily immediate rain Swift Swim Sweeper. Maybe people were looking at like maybe Golduck, just random things in the rain. And Floatzel kind of popped up in the case scenario of usage. So I just want to try it out, and it was going very well. So Floatzel hyper offense rain teams were actually very good near the very beginning. This is just kind of a random team I made up at the beginning, adding more hyper offense. You have the Intimidate with the Choice Band, Arcanine. I can still give the fire coverage if you need it. You have E-Speed, Head Smash, Rock Slide maxed out. I have Rotom to beat some other rain and Dondozo. That's all it's really here for. This could even just be a random Stoutto type. Let's go Water. Yeah, that works out. Being able to beat Dondozo, Leaf Storm, Thunderbolt it. If it tears, you can always Will-O-Wisp it and burn it. Iron Hands was a classic, really good at this point too. Against Rain, against Trick Room. Both of these kind of landing to hyper offense, and then Goldango. This is kind of a more setup Goldango for this team, just to give the hyper offense maybe a little bit like a final big push. You have the Fake Out to help it get set up while everything's dealing with your hyper offense. You can probably take some things off the field while you get Goldango the one nasty plot up, and then it can make it rain with no downsides twice in a row. This is just kind of a randomly bulky set with decent speed still. And yeah, you could very hyper offense. Your Trick Room mode is you would do like the bulky Iron Hands and Goldango. If there's no Psychic Terrain up, maybe you use Arcanine E-Speeding. And even kind of a bulky Rotom. Kind of wait out Trick Room, but really this is a guns a-blazing, right off the bat kind of team. And then just a very random makeup team for Regulation H if you wanted to play this. Immediately, I just switched around a couple things. The Iron Hands can't be here because of Regulation rule set, H rule set. So I grabbed Rillaboom, which is a very, very similar, could even be better pick for the team. And then Sneasler for another fighting type to just randomly replace it. This is a Grassy Seed one because I have the Focus Sash. This is just, all kind of random stuff. This is the real core here that I wanted to focus on. Yeah, Floatzel, it did have its own niche. It was pretty good. So yeah, we'll get to matches probably just with, I'll see if I can get a Regulation C match with this team. If not, I'll just go to the Regulation H one. And then the last up was Sudowoodo. So first, let's go Nuzlockes. This is another Johto Pokemon, and in Gen 4 you get it relatively early, kind of early mid-game. It's a Pokemon that doesn't need to evolve anymore. And based off that, it has good stats, especially for Johto, which is notoriously bad. And it's like 410. This is good stats in Johto because there's not a lot of very strong Pokemon. The 100 attack, the 115 defense is great. Rock defensively isn't fantastic, but offensively it's good. It gets Rock Slide very early. Rock Tomb, Feint Attack for some nice, interesting coverage. You can go back and get Wood Hammer, Sucker Punch later too. So it has some very interesting kind of coverage moves to help it out. It's a rock type tank. Its ability really isn't gonna come in handy all that much. Sturdy doesn't really work that well. Rockhead, realistically, in a Nuzlocke, you're not really getting a move that does anything with Rockhead because Head Smash is later on, and you're not getting Double Edge till 46. But even then, it's not like it's all right damage. But I mean, sure, you use it if you have it. It's good for Wood Hammer. I will say that much. It can learn Calm Mind, and then you can just give it some TMs to kind of fill in the cracks of your team whenever you're going against 80 fight. Things like Brick Rake and Earthquake for coverage. If you can give it Rock Polish, and I guess because you have Bonsly, you can use this in Platinum too, which you can also get kind of early, mid game, early-ish game. If you give it Rock Polish, you can try to kind of speedy sweep. It has 30 speed, so you're not doing great. But I mean, a Nuzlocke where things are not as highly optimized, and you know the Pokemon you're running into all the time. The 30 speed, with Rock Polish, you can kind of try to work some way around it. But really, this thing is it's a physical tank. It's good for kind of the early mid game to just fill in some slots, help you with neutral matchups. The rock typing for like Johto doesn't necessarily come in handy until maybe Price, but it's not really that great then either. It's kind of okay at best. It can be helpful against Lance if it hits and hits back with super effective rock slides. It's pretty nice. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle. I'd say all three of these are somewhere in the middle. Forretress probably being the most useful in a Nuzlocke. But for VGC, this was probably my favorite one to try to figure out. If you go look at the most previous video I just uploaded, I say just upload because as I'm recording this, I literally just uploaded it. And as I'm going to upload this video, it should be right behind it. But I tried to mess around with Rattled. It was funny. This is not a very serious team at all. This is a very dumb, hilarious team. But I wanted to see, okay, what is the niche that this Pokemon could fill? So it's a rock type, it's slow, it's kind of a physical tank. What other rock types are around? Well, when we look at it, let's just say Regulation Age, we look at rock types. Things you'd want to put on your team are something like Garganacl, who is a physical wall, but also especially bulky, using things such as Salt Cure. It can also Iron Defense Body Press. It has Recover. It can kind of be supportive with something like Wide Guard as well. There's lots of flexibility to it. Good stats. Amazing, hilarious ability that just resists Ghost and can't be status because, power creep. Other rock types you would use, something like Tyranitar, which is really big and bulky, sets up the sand, can do a lot of damage, can Dragon Dance sweep. Or you go with maybe something like Legendaries are banned in this format, but you could do something like Rhyperior for Trick Room sweeping, known more during other formats like Sword and Shield. But you have Arcanine, as we kind of showed before, could be offensive rock type. So I have to look at him and think, okay, why am I using Sudowoodo over not one of these guys? Well, first things first, it is actually slower than Garganacl, which is nice. So it could be very nice in Trick Room. Let's pretend that is that way because that's how I wanted it to be. Whoops. So slower than Garganacl in Trick Room, which means it's one of the slowest things. Not slower than Torkoal. It does not set the sand on Tyranitar, which means I can put it on a different weather team. It doesn't have Intimidate or the fire typing. So I don't have to worry about Defiant, or I just don't have to worry about the fire type weaknesses. I can get some different coverage. And then any other rock type that'll be around, I mean, nothing really stands out here. Glamora is also kind of, a special attacking rock type, something. This is something else. So I look to him and I say, okay, you're going to be a rock type attacker in Trick Room. You're very slow. The 100 attack isn't super great. So I look to the abilities. We looked at Rattled already. It's kind of just too silly. Sturdy is better for kind of a defensive Pokemon. I want this thing to be offensive. And it fortunately has Rock Head, which is great for Sudowoodo because of 2 moves. We talked on Wood Hammer before, but the main one is Head Smash. This is going to be 150 base power. Granted, it can miss, of course. But 150 base power stab attack with Rock Head, so I will not actually take any recoil. Also, we throw the rest in HP. It's not going to take special hits very well. It could take some physical hits. Hopefully it won't go down. And then we throw on some extra coverage with high horsepower Sucker Punch, throw in a Choice Band, and my hope is just to click Head Smash or Wood Hammer. I have Terra Grass for the Wood Hammer. And blow something up in Trick Room. So we go for a very high damage output Trick Room team. I also wanted to put it in the Sun to help kind of just do the synergy together. He can smack the fire types that Torkoal and the Sun will resist. Torkoal gets rid of the steel types. And I've got some coverage that can help some other random things. I could throw a fighting type move on here if I want to get rid of Tyranitar. And so with the Sun, we have a very simple Sun core of Torkoal and Lilligant. We have Leaf Blade, Close Combat After You with a very speedy Lilligant, and then Sleep Powder for fun, Focus Sash, Chlorophyll. This is going to be one of the fastest things out there. I can After You Eruption, the Torkoal, and if Torkoal is out and Sudowoodo is in and the Sun is up, I can, or even just without the Sun, I have a very fast Lilligant that can After You and let Sudowoodo go first. I could also throw Rock Slide on this moveset. Let's go ahead. Let's do something like Rock Slide. Let's. Who cares about Sucker Punch? Let's go ahead and do something like Rock Slide. So I can have After You Rock Slides. And then for the Trick Room user, we just have Hatterene and Dee Psychic Terrain Expanding Force, high damage Hatterene that also loves being in Trick Room, super slow. So very hard Trick Room mode. I have the Lilligant for the speed. And then I just threw on a Tinkaton randomly for Mold Breaker Fake Out against something like a Farigiraf. It has Feint to help deal with some Wide Guard because most of my attackers are pretty much only spread damage. Gigaton Hammer knockoff. This is just kind of a silly Pokemon that I just wanted Feint on the team, so I threw it on. And that is the teams. This is honestly hilarious. It's, again, not very good. I tried to throw some other like decent random core stuff together, like Torkoal and Lilligant is great Sun, and Hatterene and Dee is good, Psychic Terrain. Probably not the best right now. Maybe, I'm not worried about super top metagame stuff. This is just kind of for fun things if you want to try playing them. So, yeah, that is the teams. Ignore the Rattled one. Not very amazing Pokemon, but it's some fun. This is just supposed to be fun, right? I don't intend this to be any, crazy high level. Oh, here's the super broken Floatzel team that's gonna take over. Here's this amazing Forretress team. Sudowoodo's the new meta. No, it's just I just wanted to have some fun. I just wanted to make some teams with some fun, silly Pokemon that are your guys' favorites or my favorites, or whatever. So that is it. I will do a couple games with everything to finish off the video, but if you don't really necessarily care to see the teams in action, then I will see you later here. Thank you for stopping by. Subscribe to the channel if you wanted to see any new things. I do have one big project coming up. I will not say anything about it. You'll just have to kind of see it when it releases. Outside of that, I'm not always that active, so I just wanted to do something fun. I hope you guys had fun. And if you are clicking out here, I will see you later. And if not, let's get into some battles, starting with the Forretress team. Alright, we have, this is probably like multi-scale, Scale Shot, Dragonite with the Flamigo. We can have some Weather Wars, so we'll have some rain. Forretress is be scared of that Rotom, and can body press almost everything else hilariously. I mean, not very well, but I'm gonna try. He rejected the open team sheets. He doesn't want to see the fire of Forretress. All right, let's just lead. I think I'm just gonna lead hard rain to start. I'll bring in Incineroar to help with things, and then Forretress. Alright. Alright, I'm not really sure what the super sick thing here is. What if I just Whirlpooled the Samurott? I think it'd be funny. And I'm just gonna flip turn and get out of here. Yeah, I knew it was gonna reset weather, so. Oh, it's probably Scarf. But it's trapped now, so that's awesome. Yeah, I'm guessing it's Choice Scarf. So we'll do this. Hope it's Fake Out. What if I double Whirlpool, actually? This is gonna be hilarious. What if I trap them both in Pair Song? Sacred Sword. My Incineroar lives another day. It hits. Alright, ready? Pair Song. Amazing. I'm gonna run away. Actually, this thing's not even gonna live. Yeah, I'll just let it go down. I'll just Pair Song and let it go down. That's fine. See if the Incineroar randomly hilariously lives the Samurott. I knew it wasn't going to, but they're both Whirlpool trapped, and now they're Pair Songed. Alright, I'm gonna Muddy Water to lower accuracy, and let's just start going. Let's just start Iron Defensing. Probably just the one. Let's probably just get the one up and then call it there and just go. Now, if he brought Goldango, it's over. But if he didn't bring Goldango for whatever reason against this team, then I'm doing great. We're looking good. Muddy Water. No accuracy drop, that's okay. They're all gonna pair, so they're all gonna die. This is hilarious. Let's get Iron Defense all the way up. Let's do it. Let's just keep Muddy Watering. Because, like, what else do I do? I could Whirlpool something randomly. He's got the screens, but I don't care. It actually just goes down to the Whirlpool. Let's go. It's gonna perish next song. Or next turn. And this is why we saved our Terrifier. So I'm gonna Muddy Water. I'm gonna Terrifier Body Press this Rotom. It's not ready. Kadoong! We live! We live by a thread! And we still live by a thread! And it Muddy Waters! And it doesn't take any damage! And we Body Press! And it dies! Yes! Haha! And they both perish. And it's just Forretress against this Flamigo. And I have +3 defense. I'm gonna protect. I'm gonna protect. I hope they get left up. That's Terra Stellar. What you got, huh? The close combat? I'm gonna heal up to 16. Alright, let's see if I take 16%. Should I just try to protect again? I think I just try to protect again. Yeah, it's over. We tried our best. We tried our best. With no healing, it's tough. I did tell you that this is not a very good Pokemon. Okay, we have the Amoonguss. So this is where it's going to shine, and by shine I mean ignore it. I think we bring it in as cleanup. Let's go Rain Lead with this. I don't really have much for the Hydreigon. We'll deal with that later. I feel like I want to bring Rillaboom because of its coverage. I feel like I should actually just bring Incineroar. Let's do Incineroar, Forretress. So no Rillaboom, no passive healing, whatever. I'll accept the team sheets because I'm not scared. I just want to see if this Hydreigon has fire. Okay, that's all I really cared about. Everything else is it's a Tailwind. Oh, this is an interesting Hydreigon. That's cool. I like that. Safety Goggles, Tailwind, Draco Meteor, Snarl. Huh. Neat. Shout out to this guy's Hydreigon. I like that. Alright, so for this, I kind of just have to deal with the Amoonguss, which is unfortunate. So let's Whirlpool this Porygon. It might just Whirlpool a Mungus, which doesn't let us switch. Which is okay. I'm going to flip turn out. Oh, it didn't actually Rage Power. It Spored. That's hilarious. Well, in that case, I think I will just go straight into Forretress. We missed the Whirlpool. All right, we get Ice Beamed. Are you kidding me? Oof. Okay, I have the answer. I know what to do. I know how to unfreeze my Forretress. I have a plan. All right, I have the plan of how to unfreeze this Forretress. Thank you, Forretress. I don't even spell Forretress right. No, that's not how you spell ambiguous. Forretress. He might be frozen. But I have a plan. I was gonna go for Whirlpool Parasong. I did get 2 Pokemon with it. That's hilarious. I won that game. I did not win that game. I won it in spirit, but I did not win that game. I have actually won like 3 games with this team. I'm like 3-1. Well, now I'm like 3-2. See, here's the play. Alright, let's get to the end. I'm going to Flare Blitz and Terra Fire my Forretress. He's going to come back to life. I'm going to thaw him out by hitting him with a Fire type move. Terra Fighting? Oh. Oh, no. No! No! My Forretress. My Forretress. Alright, we're just ball out. We're just gonna ball out. No! My D-Thaw. I won't give up. That's the best part, though. I'm not gonna give up. The Politoed comes back in. The Wave Crash! Get out of here, you. My other chance for D-Thaw. Alright, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna wake up. Turn 1, wake up. It's gonna happen. Ready? 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 Turn 1, wake up. Turn 2, wake up. Alright, ready? Turn 2, wake up. Alright, turn 3, wake up. It did wake up with a Wave Crash. The no damage. The Make It Rain. It lives! The 1 HP. It's gonna wake up. Oh. This is the silliest game we've ever seen. Alright, I'm gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna Gyro Ball this Goldango. You calcs, trust me. Nah, 252 all day. 252 HP. That's it. Ballin'. Alright, shout out to this guy for being fun. I'm not gonna give up. Mastermind. GG. Alright, Forretress sucks. Sorry. Alright, let's try to get the Regulation C. Let's see if I can get it. I haven't actually seen. Let's just do the Regulation H. We'll just do the this one. Alright, so it's Floatzel time. We're gonna take the same book out. We're gonna Wave Crash. I guess I theoretically could have Floatzel on this Forretress team and just have Floatzel with Basket Legion here, but whatever. We got the Dondozo. Alright, this is a very good looking team. Mine is not. But you know what we're gonna do? Our Sneasler is gonna take care of everything. So let's actually just lead Sneasler and then have the rain for cleanup. Is this good? I don't know. Is it gonna work? I don't know. Let's find out. I feel like you're gonna Terra. Something's clearly gonna switch out here. I feel like you would Terra Ghost. Anything. So I kind of want to just Dire Claw. Yep. I'll Dire Claw. See if I. Oh, you can't be status. Never mind. I forgot how things will work. But my Rillaboom's going to dunk. Doesn't kill, which is a bummer, but worth a shot. So my Sneasler actually can't do anything here, which is kind of a bummer. But I'm just gonna high horsepower again. I will protect. I can't really do anything. Double fake out isn't necessarily great. Again, these are not very good teams. I just want you to know that. This is not made with the intention of being good. I'll take care of him later. Let's just Dire Claw. I should have Dire Clawed that slot, actually. That would have been cool. Now Salt Cured, whatever. I can go for Grassy Glides here and just Dire Claw you. Hope for the best. This is not the greatest lead ever, but we ball. Of course he protected. But you know what? The Salt Cure is not going to kill me. So hell yeah. Alright, let's U-turn. Let's see if I can get Rillaboom back in here. He won't die. So yeah, Dire Claw is going to die. It's going to U-turn out. Let's get Pelipper with a rain. Sneasler's going to die. We now have Floatzel in here. And we just go for... There's no reason for me to Tailwind necessarily. I mean, later would be nice. But for now, I am Focus Sash. I'm not Focus Sash, I got hit. I think I just need to try to kill something. So let's just Hydro Pump. Or Hurricane. Let's just Hydro Pump. Goldango, Terra, Water Wave, Crash. Boom! Gone! And that is the power of Floatzel, baby. Delete something, even if it's neutral. And we die. Hey, but that's its purpose. That is the purpose it needed. And we're just gonna kind of lose here, but that's okay. Hope for the best. Let's just give in. For some reason, I don't lose. Why did you Tailwind? Okay, well, GG. But yeah, that's the power of Floatzel. It's just a one-shot something in rain. Take something out, go out on your own terms, right? You either trade, or you just take something out and win the turn. Very interesting team. Who's to stop me from just starting rain? I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna start rain, and then not bring you. The Corviknight sucks. I actually don't know what else to bring. This Corviknight kind of sucks for me. I'm going to bring Sneasler in the back for protection. And I mean, I could just do Rillaboom. Probably Goldango. Goldango doesn't like anything here. I will bring Arcanine at the back to help clean up things. This is definitely not a very good lead, but whatever. I'm just going to start with the rain. Yeah, it's about what I expected. So I'm going to be faster than you. I can Ice Spinner you. But I think I also could just leave. And then Tailwind. Because this Meowscarada is very fast. Oh, we're doing Pledge. Oh, okay. The Swamp one. That does like a lot of speed for us, I think, right? Do you have any ghost types to switch into? You do. So I don't want to close combat. I could also fake out. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to fake out Hurricane. That's okay. Oh, the Aqua Jet. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then Floatzel's gonna come in and obliterate this thing. And I'm gonna close combat right here because the thing is out. And I'm just gonna obliterate with this thing, even if the switch is out. I was gonna try to be fast and kill me first. Does it? It does. Okay. The swamp. That sucks. I got out-gimmicked. That's hilarious. I got out-gimmicked. That's great. Yeah, I'm so slow. Jeez. I was not ready for that. So that was interesting. I mean, I don't dare lock into... I have to kill you somehow, and I don't really kill you. I think I just lock into a rock slide and hope for the best. Because, like, I'm dead. Like, this is over. Yeah, like, this was over. Alright. Well, that's Floatzel. He did the one-shot thing. Let's try Sudowoodo. Let's do 2 games of Sudowoodo, and then we will be done. Looks up the open team sheets. Cool looking little team. Very interesting. I think I just want to get into Trick Room and start head smashing. But I also want to lead Lilligant Torkoal. I'm going to lead Lilligant Torkoal, have Hydarine and Sudowoodo at the end. Yeah. I mean, are you going to sucker punch me? What if I just killed you? But also, what if I don't care about the sucker? You are probably going to sucker punch me. But what if I just Terra-Fired Heat Waved? Do I Terra-Fire? No, let's save the Terra. Let's just do some after you Heat Wave. Yeah. Oh, double protect? Alright, well. That works. It's got the speed boost. I don't really care. I'm going to after you again. Terra-Fire. Sucker punch. Yeah, it's fine. I'm Heat Waving. After you. Get rid of the King Gambit. Blaziken is also special? Huh. Not what I expected. He's gonna try to fake out. I mean, I'm kind of just dead, so I'm just gonna do it again. So I'm just dead. Nothing really. Oh, he missed. That's hilarious. I missed. No. Lol. No. The misses. I could clear Smog, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna Heat Wave and Trick Room. That did so... I guess I am in the sun. Like, that did so much damage to me. Alright, this little Blaziken. This is very interesting. Alright, so this Heat Wave's gonna miss. I'm gonna Terra Grass. This Heat Wave's gonna miss. I'm gonna Head Smash this Blaziken. I'm gonna Terra Grass because I'm gonna get Grassy Glided. But check this out. Ready? 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 Oh! Oh, even better! Oh, even better! Oh! Yeah! Ha-ha! Yeah, now what? Huh? Huh? I'm gonna do it again! Protect! Protect your Rillaboom! What's up? What's up? Aw. Alright. Well, let's try it again. Let's try that again. I think I need to get Trick Room up at first. Yeah, let's just start with Trick Room. Let's just Indeedee or Hatterene. Indeedee? Yeah. With Sudowoodo and Torkoal. Let's go hard Trick Room. Is anything here you have taunt? Actually, I would like to know. Whatever I have. That'll be fine. I will be fine. Is there anything for the Sudowoodo to head smash? Those two? But I will head smash that Goldango. And not look back. Let's just do classic follow me. Trick Room. I think I just get Trick Room up. Shouldn't really stop me. I don't know what would. The Rock Slide flinch would. It didn't. But it could have. I want to get Ndidi out of here. So I don't want to pull up Sun. I want to reset something with Ndidi. And I don't want to just go straight to Sudowoodo. I actually just want something to die. So I think I'll still just Expanding Force the Rillaboom and Helping Hand. Oh, wait. Oh, he could have fake outed. I guess he don't want to. Oh, that works, I guess. Drum beating? Okay. Interesting. Now, here's what I should do. But here's what I'm going to do. Ready? I'm just gonna delete this Arcanine. This Arcanine is going to get deleted because good shit! Yeah, baby! Oh, that Goldango thinks it's slick? Check this out. Ready? Ready? Check this out. Oh, Terra Grass. It's not ready for it. Helping Hand. This Sudowoodo. Helping Hand. You're not gonna kill me. Aw, you bitch. You protected. I'm gonna do it again. You protected. I can do it again. Terra Water. You're no longer resisting. Hiya! That was killed. The skill shot missed. And we live. And we're Torkoal. And we're dead. Why don't I head smash that thing? And I'm a Heat Wave. I did it! I blew up that Arcanine and I almost blew up that +1 Goldango. He lives! He lives! No way! Yeah! I'm so sorry for your headphones. But yeah! Oh! You fake out me and I win! Yes! Sudo, the goat, Woodo. Yes! Yes, my boy! I'm downloading it. I'm uploading and sharing this. I'm copying this. Oh, let's look at this again. That was awful. I want to see it from his point of view. Ready? We're going to skip this turn. Let's just wait till Sudowoodo gets out here. All right, ready? Sudowoodo's here. He's like, what is this Sudowoodo going to do? You know what he's going to do? Yeah! That's what he's going to do. And this Goldango's out. The +1 defense. But you know what? Who cares? Oh, wait, no, he protects. I show him what he's going to happen to him. And I Helping Hand head smash. Yeah! To 13, and he missed. He missed the scale shot. And we live. We tank that. We tank that. 65 special defense, 252 HP. We tank that. And you know what else? We tank that. For some reason. And we tank that, and then yeah, gone. The damage from this head smash Sudowoodo. And the Rillaboom is up here all alone. Oh yeah, fake out my Sudowoodo. Torkoal, just don't miss. And we win. And we win. Sudo the Goat Woodo right there. Bam. Ugh. I'm so glad if you stayed and you just witnessed that, you're welcome. Goodbye.